Hi, I'm Karen. Welcome to 45 minutes of yoga today. I have the pleasure of my wonderful husband, Rich, that's going to join me today as well. So all you'll need is a yoga mat and your strap and your smiling good attitude and willingness to take things at your pace. So listen to your body. I don't want you to have any expectations. I want you to try your best on the poses. You're increasing your flexibility. We're encouraging length and long, lean muscles. But again, you're taking it at your pace, taking a rest when you need to. This is a Skype class that I videoed. So when I'm facing the camera, when I say right or left, you'll either have to do what you see me doing or what you hear me saying. So take a couple minutes to just center yourself before you start. Take some deep breaths. Make sure you've put to the side anything that happened before class, that you've decided you're going to worry about after class after. Let's enjoy this present moment. Here we go. Welcome to Good Friday Yoga. My husband Rich is joining us today again. Hopefully I won't get giggly like I did last time he joined us. So let's go ahead and start standing up. We're gonna bring our feet about hip width apart. Please make sure you've got a yoga strap or something with you like that. Let's bring that chin in our chest and let's take our first few breaths. Just making sure that we're going to bring ourselves fully present here today. Take those breaths in and out through your nose and let your belly expand as you inhale and deflate as you exhale. So while that chin's in your chest, see if you can stand up nice and tall. Kind of open that chest, shoulder blades in your imaginary back pockets. And we're just going to put to the side anything that happened before class, anything that you're worried about after class. Let's just enjoy this present moment for the next 45 minutes. Let's roll one ear to one shoulder. Slide this hand to the low back and take a full deep breath in and out. Good, let's bring that chin down and switch. And bring this hand to our low back. Deep breaths in and out. Good, chin down. We're gonna go ahead and walk our fingertips towards our ankles and go ahead and hold on to our elbows. And you're going to be rocking side to side. So just slowly rock your whole torso from one side to the other. And you're welcome to keep those knees bent. Remember that you're working at your pace today. And you're not going to worry about any expectations. Just feel your way through each one of these poses and just feel free to relax and rest when you need to while we challenge our flexibility today. So let's come on over to the right and gently take your nose towards that right knee so both hands are on your right leg. We're going to take that right arm up, gently glance to the ceiling, and think about your right shoulder rolling up to the sky as you glance up. On our exhale, let's make our way over to the left. Nose towards that left knee. Deep breaths in and out. Go ahead and take that left arm up, gently glance to the ceiling, and that left shoulder rolls open. And exhale, those hands come down. We're going to go ahead and walk those feet a little closer together. And we're going to glance up, lifting the tailbone, and lunge back one foot and then the other. So your wrists are below your shoulders. Anytime we're in this upper push-up position, you can lift your knees up or take those knees down. As we lower down, you don't want to let the hips lead. Let's keep the abdominals lifted up and hug those sides. Come on down. Let's gently lift into up dog, opening the chest. Anytime we're in up dog, if that's too much for your back, you can come into Sphinx on those forearms, okay? So let's take a deep breath in and out. And let's take our knees apart, big toes together. Exhale as you sit back towards those heels and just rest your forehead. So as we breathe, letting the rib cage and diaphragm expand on your inhale, deflate on your exhale. Think about letting the middle of your chest just surrender to the mat. And just keep this pose in mind. If there's anything we do that you need a break from, this would be a good place to come to. And let's tuck our toes under and come to down dog. So we want to bring those feet hip width apart. We don't want to be heavy on our hands. You want to lift your hips and shift some of the weight out of the heel of your hand and just shift a little more towards your knuckles. That's going to be better for your shoulder joint. Now let's relax our quadriceps and our knees and allow those hamstrings to lengthen. Good. On your exhale, let's go ahead and reach those right toes up to the ceiling and walk your hands back a little bit, nose towards your left knee, right toes reach. And let's gently swing through. Your right knee is going to be right above the ankle, and we're going to turn that left foot flat. And we're going to float the chest off of that right thigh. Shoulders down. You're in warrior one. So you want the hips to be facing the front of the mat. Shoulders relaxed. Deep breaths in and out. Now we're going to open it up, right arm in front for warrior two. So you're going to bend your right knee nice and deep. And you don't want your torso to lean forward. You want your torso to stay in the middle. Shoulders relaxed. Your eyes are on the tip of your right middle finger. Make sure to not let that right knee collapse. Let's open it up as you breathe. And then on our exhale, right arm to the right thigh. Left arm reaches up to the ceiling. And then we take that left arm over the ear and think about lengthening between the rib cage and the hip bone. And then on your exhale, that left arm reaches up. And we're gonna, if you want to, slide that right hand down the inside of that right foot. So you're welcome to keep that right arm on your thigh if you'd prefer. See if you can push your right knee and shoulder into each other. Rotate that left arm open and breathe. And then on our exhale, this left hand comes down next to the right hand. The right hand, so the one closest to your foot, walks behind your ankle and grabs the outside of the ankle. Left hand grabs the inside. So I'm going to show you one more time. Start with both hands on the inside of the foot. Walk that right hand behind the ankle. Left hand on the inside. Chin in your chest. And I want you to try to snake that right shoulder underneath your right knee as you bend your right knee nice and deep. Try for 2 more deep breaths in and out here. On your exhale, let's walk those hands to the middle. Straighten that right knee. Slide your feet as far apart as you want and sink that head down towards the ground. Your legs are as straight as possible, but you're doing what's comfortable for you. Now relax your knees and your quadriceps and allow the top of the head to sink towards the mat. Let's take our first 2 fingers, make a hook with your big toes. Glance forward, chest forward, tailbone back, and then the strength of your arms pulls the head down towards the ground. Lifting the tailbone, relax your knees, deep breaths in and out. Now we can take our fingertips facing the front of the mat, a little bit in front of you. Bend the elbows and sink the elbows towards the mat. Take 2 more deep cleansing breaths here. At the end of your exhale, Let's walk those hands up towards that right foot. So we are rewinding. Right toes face the front, right hand on the inside of the foot, and that left arm up as we twist open. Strength of your right thigh brings you up back to warrior two. Bend your right knee and find the tip of your right middle finger as your focal point. Reverse warrior, left hand, left thigh. Take the right side of the rib cage gently away from that hip bone and breathe. Slowly back to warrior two. Again, take a nice deep breath in and out. Now this left hand is going to come to the front and we're going to come onto our left toes. Let's reach those arms back into our crescent lunge. And then let's take that left leg behind us for warrior three. So you're going to decide how high you lift that left leg. Abs are strong. Take a couple deep breaths in and out. Now slowly, hands on your hips. Left knee up, shoulders down. Left toes up if you can and hold. And then we're going to bring those feet together. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, leaning to your left, we're going to stretch down that right side. So take your left fingertips, walk them down your leg. Left hand's going to grab the wrist for half moon, gently pull. Now completely rest your head to the left. Push that right foot down into the mat and breathe. Inhale, lift. Exhale a little bit deeper. Right side of the rib cage away from the hip bone. Good, let's come on up to the front of the mat. Standing back bend. Look past those fingertips. Come on down. Let's glance up. Lift the tailbone, lunge back one foot, and then the other. Please make sure your wrists are below your shoulders, knees down or up. Let's hug the sides, come on down. Nice up dog, open the chest. You could do a push-up here or not, completely up to you. Down dog. Now shift some of that weight out of the heel of the hand, more towards your knuckles, and take turns bending one knee and then the other. Deep breaths. And let's go ahead and take our left toes up to the ceiling. Walk those hands back, nose towards your right knee, left toes reach as high as you can. And let's gently swing through. That left knee is right above the ankle. And we're going to turn that right foot flat. Engage your middle and let's float the chest off of that left thigh. Shoulders down, you're in warrior one on the left side. Continuing to breathe in and out through that nose as we open it up into warrior two, left arm in front. Find the tip of your left middle finger, bend that left knee deep. Remember, it's not your torso that leans forward. You're reaching from between fingers and between toes. Opening up that left knee and not letting it collapse. Exhale, left arm, left thigh. Let's let this right arm reach over the ear and stretch between rib cage and hip bone on the right side. Right arm comes up and that left hand slides down to the inside. We're going to push our left knee and shoulder into each other and rotate the right arm open without shrugging our shoulders. And remember, you can always keep that left arm on your left thigh if you prefer. Good, and on your exhale, right hand down next to the left. Now the left hand, the one closest to the foot, walks behind the ankle, grabs the outside. Right hand grabs the inside, chin in the chest. Let's allow that left shoulder to sneak underneath that left knee. Let's bend your left knee nice and deep. And breathe. Try to exhale completely each and every time, bending that left knee. And then on your exhale, hands come to the middle of the mat. We straighten that left knee and sink that head down towards the ground. Lifting the tailbone, relaxing your knees and your quadriceps. Each exhale is that opportunity to deepen that stretch. Let's take our fingertips, face them behind you. Walk them back behind you. Bend your elbows and breathe. You use each exhale till its fullest, releasing some of that tension. And now let's face those fingertips to the front. Walk them a little bit in front of you. See if your feet want to go farther apart, only if you want. Bend those elbows, sink them down towards the ground, chin in the chest. Let's relax the front of your thighs as you breathe. End of that exhale. Let's go ahead and rewind again. So now our hands walk towards that left foot. Left toes face the front, and your left hand is on the inside of the foot. So let's push the left knee and shoulder into each other. Twist yourself open. Strong left thigh brings you back to warrior two. Bend that left knee deep. On the tip of your left middle finger and breathe. Reverse warrior, right hand, right thigh. Gently lift the left side of the rib cage. Now wiggle your toes. Make sure you're not gripping the mat with your toes. Bend your left knee deep. Calm face on your exhale. Bring it back to warrior two. That right arm comes up and you're going to come onto your right toes. So that right heel is off the ground. Lean back briefly into that crescent lunge. And then tap your right toes. Find a spot you're staring at for balance. Abs are engaged. That right leg reaches up to hip height. You only have those right toes up to the point where you are comfortable and confident. Very slowly, hands come to your hips. Shoulders down, right knee up. Take a deep breath in and out. Right toes lift. Let go of that self-judgment. Let's bring our feet together. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, let's lean to the right. Lengthen between the left side of the rib cage and hip bone. Right hand grabs the wrist. Just gently pull. Rest your head and breathe. Inhale. Exhale, same side, half moon, pushing the left foot down, resting the head to the right. And come on to the front of the mat. Standing back bend. Let's look past those fingertips, come on down. Glance up, lift the tailbone, lunge back one foot and then the other. Remember those wrists are below your shoulders, abs lifted, hug the sides, come on down. Up dog, open chest, lengthen from the top of your head to your tailbone. Push up if you choose, and down dog. Feet are hip width apart, fingertips are spread apart. Relax your knees, quadriceps, feet, lift those hips. Now let's roll to our right side plank. So your right wrist is directly under the shoulder. That right knee is down on the mat. This is an option. If you want to take both legs straight, you can. That left arm is going to become heavy to the back. So it's opening up the chest and the shoulder. Lift your left hip and let it roll open. That right knee can go down at any point you need it to. Now on your exhale, come back to plank, but let's take that right knee to the mat and extend your left leg behind you. You'll want to make sure your left wrist is directly under the shoulder. Abs are strong, right arm reaches. If you want to, that left foot comes in the air, right hand reaches around to grab it, and we're going to take the left leg up to the ceiling, push the top of the foot away. Feel free to let go of the foot when you need to and extend. Inhale, really lift. Exhale, extend and reach. Hand and knee down. Let's sit our hips to the left. Left hand on top of the right. Good. Let's untwist. Do a nice cat stretch. Glance up to the ceiling. And let's come back to our plank. Wrists below those shoulders. Abs lifted up. Let's hug the sides. Come on down. Nice up dog. Open the chest. Push up if you want to. Just an option. Down dog. Now as you connect to your breath, feel free to bend one knee and then the other, allowing that rib cage and diaphragm to expand and contract. And on your exhale, let's take those right toes, reach them up to the ceiling. Walk the hands back, and let's bend that right knee, let it hang to the left. So open up that right hip. You can have more weight in your left hand so you're feeling that stretch straight down the right side of the rib cage. On the exhale, let's slide that right knee between your hands for pigeon. So we're going to take those left toes, tuck that leg under, and walk it behind you. Open up your chest a little bit. We can take that right foot, move it towards your left hand. What we don't want is to roll to the right. Belly button facing down. Find the middle of your mat, and let's walk those hands out. Rest your forehead. Deep breath into the tightness you feel around that right hip joint. Exhale, allow it to dissolve. Now feel free to glance to your right if you want to, resting on the left side of the face. Picture those muscles that surround the outside of that right hip joint, and just imagine breathing directly into them and creating space between those muscle fibers. Right hand can come to the low back. I want your shoulders just to relax. Imagine that left ear just sinking towards the mat as you breathe. On your exhale, let's untwist. Let's glance to the front and take our left fingertips a little farther away. Forehead down, 2 more breaths. Slowly walk it back. Open the chest. And now you're going to have a seat in a comfortable a cross-legged position. You decide what's comfortable for you. But I want your right leg to either be in front or on top, okay? When it's on top, if your knee is way up and you feel way too tight, feel free to have that right leg in front instead, okay? So I want you to take your shoulders down, chin in your chest. Just take a breath, feeling those hips release. Now let's take a deep breath in and reach the arms up. Exhale, look past those fingertips. Let's bring the palms down. Bend your elbows. Allow those hips to just release. Let's wind around to your left. You want the knee to be between your arms and your right hand to come on top of that left hand. Bend the elbows, stretching especially down that right side and your right hip. Now we're going to place the left hand down on the floor, right arm reaches. Walk your left fingertips away, bend that left elbow, let this right arm really reach. Now let's take our left hand, grab the opposite knee, and allow yourself to sink down a little bit more. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, let's twist, look over your right shoulder. Shoulders down, head up. Gently twist, look over that shoulder. Now let's untwist first. Let's take that right foot, either leave it here or allow this right heel to come a little bit closer in towards that left hip. Shoulders down, head up. We're going to take that left hand to your right knee. Right hand behind you as you look behind you. Lift the head up. Right hand, let the back of it come to your low back and inch those right fingertips towards the left side of the waist. Your right fingertips can even come close to that right heel. Deep breaths in and out. I know, we feel like a pretzel. Inhale, lift the head up a little bit. Exhale, you're going to untwist slowly. Let's place one foot on the mat and then the other, about hip width apart. Place your hands back behind you and just gently kind of take those knees from side to side. Good. Now let's come to our hands and knees. And give yourself a nice cat-cow stretch. Glancing up to the ceiling. And let's come to that plank. Wrists below your shoulders. Lift the belly button up. Come on down slow. Don't let your hips lead. Let that chest lead. Up dog. Open that chest. Lift that head. Push up if you so choose. Down dog. Relax your feet and your knees. Shift some of that weight out of the heel of the hand and relax everything except lifting those hip bones up to lengthen down the back of the legs. Rolling to your left side plank. That left wrist is directly under the shoulder. You're more than welcome to take the left knee down or the legs are straight. That right arm hangs behind you. Open up that right chest. Roll the right hip open. Deep breaths. Rib cage and diaphragm expand and contract. On your exhale, very slowly coming back to plank. Left knee down. You're going to want to make sure your right wrist is directly under the shoulder. Right leg behind you. Engage your middle, left arm out. Right foot in the air if you'd like. Left hand reaches around to grab it. Now let's take that right foot up to the ceiling. Push the top of the foot away. Lift that right leg up and breathe. Think about lifting out of that right shoulder and wrist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, extend and breathe. Hand and knee down. Hips to the right and the right hand on top of the left. Deep breath in and out. Unwinding. Let's come back to that plank. Wrists are directly below the shoulders. We're going to hug the sides as we come down nice and slow, keeping the abs strong. Up dog. Push up if you want to. Down dog. Exhale, connect to the breath. Rib cage and diaphragm expand and contract. Just let any of those negative thoughts escape through your breath as we bring our left toes to the ceiling. Let's walk those hands back a little bit. Bend your left knee and let that leg hang to the right. You can have more weight in that right hand, opening up that left hip, allowing the leg to hang heavy so you stretch down the rib cage area. On the exhale, left knee slides between the hands for pigeon. So let's take our right toes, walk that leg behind you. Let's take that left foot if you want to and walk it closer to your right hand. We want to make sure we're not going to roll to the left. We want to keep the belly button facing down. Now find the middle of your mat to walk straight out. Resting your head. Deep breath into that tightness that you feel. Exhale, allow it to dissolve. Try to exhale completely each time, not holding back. As we glance to the left, if you want to, resting on the right side of the face. Again, picture those muscle fibers right around the outside of that left hip joint, lengthening. As our left hand comes to the low back, again, that's just an option. But really let your shoulders relax. Let the right ear sink towards the mat. End of that exhale, let's slowly untwist. Glance to the front of the mat. We're going to allow our right fingertips to walk a little bit farther, forehead down, and breathe. Good, let's walk back. Opening up the shoulders and sliding that left knee underneath as we have a seat. We're going to allow that left leg to either be in front or on top. It's up to you. So let's sit up tall, bring that chin in our chest, and just take a couple breaths first. Open up your chest, shoulder blades in your imaginary back pockets. Reaching the arms up on this inhale and looking past the fingertips. Walking those fingertips out. Bend your elbows. Release that tightness around your hips. Continue to breathe. As you exhale and release, let's wind around to your right. Knee is between your arms, left hand on top. Feel the stretch a little bit more down the left side and hip as you sink the nose to the knee. And now we're going to reach that left arm up. Walk our right fingertips away from us. Bend that right elbow. Let this left arm droop over the ear. And now let's allow that right hand to grab the opposite knee. Sink yourself down. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, shoulders down, gently twist. And then as we untwist, let's take this left heel towards your right, the inside of the hip. You could leave it where it is. You don't have to do that part. So sit up nice and tall, right hand to left knee. Lift the head, don't shrug the shoulders, look over your left shoulder. back of that left hand to your low back. Feel free to slide those right fingertips to the right side of the left fingertips to the right side of the waist. You can grab your foot, or if that stresses you out, if it's not there, don't worry about it. I'm tighter on the other side than I am this side. We all have one side. So let's lift the head up, shoulders down, and slowly untwist. Slowly uncross those legs. And let's go ahead and come to those knees. We're going to come down to our forearms, and we're going to tuck our toes under into dolphin. So we're going to walk those toes a little closer to our elbows. We're going to use the leverage of our forearms on the mat to press ourselves back. Lift those hips and relax the knees and the feet. Big, deep breaths in and out through the nose, gently coming to the knees. And let's go ahead and come up onto your knees. Let's clasp those fingertips behind us. Open up the chest, gently pull your shoulder blades down. Lift those hands a little bit. And if you want to, you can fold forward, lifting those hands up. Deep breaths. On an exhale, let's all release those fingers and let the arms just round towards the mat. Sit the hips back towards the heels. Let's slowly come up onto those knees. Do a little bit of range of motion for our shoulder joints. Your right thumb is going to lead as we bring that right arm up. Flip it around. Your right pinky leads, reach as far as you can back. Right pinky leads in the back until you can't come any higher, and then flip it around. One more time on that side. Your right thumb leads. Flip it around, reach as far as you can with your pinky leading. Right pinky leads till you can't lift up anymore. Flip it around. Same thing on the other side. Left thumb leads. Flip it around, pinky leads, reach as far as you can. No pain though, you don't want to reach that far. Left pinky leads, flip it around, finish with the thumb. One more time on that side, left thumb leads. Flip it around, reach as far as you can, pinky leading. Left pinky leads till you can't come any higher. Flip it around. Let's have a seat at the front of the mat. Let's make sure your yoga strap is near you so you'll be able to grab it when we're laying down. Now with shoulders down, let's come into our boat pose. So those arms are up, but you're not shrugging your shoulders. If you need to keep the feet down, do. You could lift one foot, you could lift both. Please listen to your back. Shoulders relax, abs are strong. Toes lift if you can. Come on back. Hug those knees into your chest. Nice and tight, glance in one direction to stretch your neck. And glance in the other direction. On your exhale, let's let the left leg go and grab the yoga strap for your right foot. Moving the strap towards your heel, relaxed foot, gently pull the leg in and press the right knee away from you. And just make sure that that right leg is as straight as possible. So if you're having to bend your knee, you'll get a better stretch if you straighten the leg and only pull it towards you till you can keep that straight leg. And then backing away, let's move the strap towards the ball of your foot. Get a nice flex. Roll that foot out or in. You decide what gives you the best right calf stretch. Gently push this right knee away from you. Release. Let's hold the strap with your right hand. Take the leg out to the right. Look to your left. Let's keep that left hip close to the mat. Try to not let that left hip lift. Don't tickle anybody's feet. And gently pull with your right hand. Those right toes aim to the wall behind you. Don't worry, it's my turn. Now let's hand that strap to your left hand. Take the leg across the body. Look to your right and gently pull. Don't tickle my feet. You want to stretch straight down your right IT band. And you're only gently pulling till it feels like a stretch. It shouldn't hurt. Each exhale is your opportunity to deepen that stretch. Let's go ahead and bring the right leg up. Let's pull, put both feet in that yoga strap. Gently pull. If you want to lift those hips a little bit, you can. Good stretch. And let's back away. Place that right leg on the mat. Move the strap towards your left heel. Gently pull, pressing that left knee a little farther away from you. So in other words, if you're bent here, I want you to straighten the leg and only pull the leg towards you to the point where you, right before you would have to bend that knee. Big exhale, let's move that strap towards the ball of your foot. Get a nice flex. Pull that leg towards you. You decide whether you're rolling that foot out or in. Great left calf stretch. Release. You're going to hold the strap with your left hand. Take it out to the left, looking to the right. Let's keep this right hip rolled down to the mat. Gently pull left toes, aim to that wall behind you. Remember that belly is lifting as you inhale and lowering as you exhale. And handing that strap to your right hand. Let's go ahead and take the leg across the body, glancing left. Gently pull. Lengthen down that left IT band and don't take it to the point where it hurts. Just a good stretch. Exhale, let's go ahead and place that strap next to us. And let's reach and lengthen. How long can you make your body from fingertips to toes? Exhale, let's slide the arms down somewhere near your side so they could be straight out to the side. They could be next to you. Palms down, palms up. Please get in a comfortable position with your eyes closed. Let's just utilize these last few minutes to let go of anything negative that you're holding on to that would hold you back from having the best rest of your day that you can. Let's inhale whatever you need for the rest of your day. It could be some peace, some calm. Maybe it's a little bit of patience. Pull all that breath to the very top of your head. Let's exhale and allow that breath to flow across your forehead. Stream across your temples, releasing any tightness you were holding between those temples. Let's let the breath flow across the back of your head. Rolling across those eyes, nose and cheekbones, flowing across the back of your jaw, straight down the sides and back of your neck. As the breath rolls across the top of your shoulders, feel those shoulders just relax towards the mat. Opening up the chest, releasing the tightness in the upper back. As that breath flows down your arms and around your elbows, straight down your forearms to your wrists, palms and the top of your hand. Notice that breath between your fingers and all the way to your fingertips. As you exhale, wiggling those fingers gently, letting stress and tension escape through your fingertips. As the breath surrounds the rib cage, one rib at a time, flows from your mid-back down to the small of your back, and across your waist and your abdominals. With a nice deep breath in, belly lifting up. Exhale, let those hips and glutes just relax to the mat. Along with your quadriceps and hamstrings, knees, shins, and calves. Ankles, then feel the breath rounding your heels, flowing up the arch of your foot and rolling across the top of your foot. Between the toes and all the way to your toe tips. Exhale, just move those toes gently, allowing stress, tightness, and anything negative to leave through those toe tips. Notice a calmness, a fresh perspective on the rest of your day. You're ready to take it on. So let's take our time coming out of this position, being nice to yourself. As you bend one knee and place that foot on the mat. And whenever you're ready, bend the other knee so that foot joins it. And you can, on your own time, roll to one side and place your head on that bottom arm as a pillow. And just take your time, gently press up to a nice sitting position. So we take a nice deep breath in, reaching those arms up. Exhale, bring those hands to the heart. Let's surrender everything in your head to your heart. You guys have a beautiful afternoon. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.